There you go, that's what happens. Alright, I'm Craig and this is Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer. Today I am out for some socially distanced TPI screening training. Basically this is going to be a series that I'm going to try and do in the winter to try and increase my swing speed. I reckon it's about 115 miles an hour with my driver, but I'll confirm that. And I want to try and get to 120, so gonna be doing some work with Andy.
Yeah, so I'm Andy Watson, the golf fitness coach. The TPI screening is designed to find out your sort of mobility, stability, any areas that kind of need to be worked on to help you swing the club more efficiently, and also strength. And then from there, that allows us to help build a program which can get you swinging the club faster and working on any limitations. So actually there's a lot of golfers will notice a huge difference just by if they lack mobility or even lacking stability, because if they have a stronger foundation then it helps them be able to swing that club a little bit better and having a more stable golf swing. So
basically just smash it, smash it as hard as we can. So yeah, that's
drop
what this
some
is.
filthy bombs.
That's what this is. If you want to watch along, and you will get an idea as to what sort of exercises you can do or places you'll maybe see if you have a limitation. And Andy's also, I'll put links to all his stuff down below. He's also available to do the same exact thing I'm doing, but he also does it via Zoom, so like you don't even have to leave your house, so you don't have an excuse for being a lazy bastard. But yeah, other than that, crack on, man.
Cool. The reason why Titleist sponsored this is because when they went to show the head of Titleist to go see Greg in California, who set up a chiropractor clinic for golfers, and Greg took them through the screening. They're in the car on the way back to the airport, and the head of Titleist went, "Think of any golf balls we can sell." And he was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, you're going to be keeping golfers playing longer. So, and they're going to lose more golf balls, and they're going to buy more golf balls."
That's so cynical.
It's so cynical. But the healthier the golfer, the better it is.
Yeah.
So, beauty of the TPI is it can be done with a 6-iron and a alignment stick.
Oh, okay.
So that's
literally the whole thing.
Basically, what we're going to do is there's 16 assessments we'll take you through.
Okay.
Ranging from full body squat to like wrist movement and that type of stuff. So it's it's every area of the golf swing that you'd use. So first of all, are you right-handed or left-handed? Right-handed. Cool. Have you had any major injuries in the past?
I used to do MMA and I dislocated that finger. Oh, sorry. I used to do MMA and I dislocated that finger, pointing over there. Other than that, nothing.
Doesn't affect the... No.
Nah.
Cool. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to get you just to take 6-iron and do your setup position for me. Just actually, can I get, have you got a t-shirt under that?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? Just for this one, just to see, I can't tell if it's...
Freeze my tits off.
Yeah.
That is fresh. That is fresh.
Yeah. Okay. So slight. Cool. That's fine. So from there, you can put the club back. So the next test what we're going to do is we're going to look at your pelvic tilt. So what I want you to do is get into golf posture position and then just tilt your pelvis back.
I do remember this one. And the dude said that I had shake and bake.
A lot of people have shake and bake. And what shake and bake is just a lack of core stability.
Oh.
So
Ego. Ruined.
So golf posture position. And then just rotate.
No, still doing it.
Still there.
Damn it!
Awesome. Right.
I can feel it.
This
This is why you watch this YouTube channel, everybody. So you can see me doing this.
So you can do it.
Yeah.
You can move in both. But it's So what that is just a lack of stability. A lot of this happens is because there's either lack of stability. It depends where it is. It could be core stability. It could be in your legs. Whatever. But if we can get you more stable, then likelihood is that will get better. So the next one I'm going to do is your pelvic rotation. So exactly the same thing, golf posture position, and then we're rotating the hips. Okay.
Should both feet stay planted?
Yeah. Good. And rest it. Okay. And exactly opposite. So now instead of moving the pelvis, we're going into golfer position, golfer posture, and then from here. Okay. Right there. That's you. So that's just creating separation.
Yeah.
So if you rotate with your torso and then your hips kind of go as well, then what we're trying to do is just create that body separation. So we're trying to create the torso moving and the hips moving, or vice versa. So what it'd be in your backswing is your hips will move, and then your torso will move, and your arms will follow, and then your hips will move, torso, arms.
Yeah, so the separation, that's like they call the X factor, right?
Yeah.
So the bigger the gap, the more, like, almost torque you can...
Yeah, so Sergio Garcia is one of the best guys on tour doing it. Like,
oh, really?
His hips are here.
I would have thought McIlroy. I mean,
McIlroy's got the fastest hip movement on tour, but his hip movement is that.
Yeah.
It's so little. And then the club drops, but the delay in Garcia's, if you watch Garcia, once you watch Garcia,
you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, because it's like hips are here and then he fires, which we don't necessarily want because it causes a big delay, but
his, in particular, his just ball striking. I remember the first pro event I went to ever. Like, people always say, "Oh, you're going to be surprised at how amazing they hit it." And I walked to Muirfield, and I genuinely remember having the attitude of, "I hit it pretty good." Yeah. I'm up there. And then I walked onto the range at Muirfield, and I seen the first shot I ever seen from a pro was Sergio Garcia stripe a driver, and I was like, "Oh my god,
yeah, these guys!
What is going on?
These guys are unbelievable." Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the club, and it's going to be up into the centre of the head, and then we're going to start going into field goal position. Get you to just
squat down.
Yeah, overhead deep squat. Okay. So this is the one that, if there is a few limitations, we just got to do a final test.
Straight up.
Good man.
Hips, legs like hip width apart.
Yeah.
This would be good.
Good.
That was actually quite
good. That was really good.
Yeah.
Go again. Actually, check see if there's any all good, man. Really
Savage.
Good. Really Savage. Good. There you go.
Diary of an angry Scottish athlete.
So what we're going to do now is we're just going to come in and.
Oh no. No, toe touch.
Touch our toes.
Obviously you're not allowed to bend your knees. You can. Okay.
Oh wow, there it is. Okay. Limited toe touch. Yep. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come slightly up onto one leg, so it's going to be like so. So, and then all I want you to do is just come down and then back up. So actually, what this is doing is seeing if there's a tightness on one side or whether it's both. So, I'm coming down.
Oh, okay.
And then back up. So my right is more flexible than my left.
One leg up.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That one stays straight, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
Ooh, that hurts like shit.
Oh, check.
This is like, I hate this so much. I just refuse to stretch. I once, I think one of the guys at Golf Fit was like, "If you can't touch your toes, you shouldn't do deadlifts." I was like, "Oh, cool story, bro." 160. Or you could just not be a little bitch.
There you go. There's your so you're limited in both, but you're less limited in your right and your
left. So it's weird. I wouldn't have ever thought that. I would just think, "Oh, my hamstrings are tight." I wouldn't think that. That hamstring's tight, that hamstring's not tight.
So what we're going to do, this is where I struggle on this test, is my shoulder, because I decided to mountain bike and wreck them. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into, so we're going to actually be standing first of all, and I'll go this side so that people can see. You're going to take your arm, and then you're going to rotate as far as you can go. So my left side is my worst side, it will only go there. And then back. Same on the other side, and then what we're going to do is exactly the same, but in golf posture.
Okay, so from vertical first of all.
Yeah, so standing first of all, and then in golf posture.
Lift it as high as I can.
As long as you can. Good. And then golf posture. Good. Okay. So that's good. That's really good. Okay, and golf posture. Good man. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do your balance test. So guys on tour want to be balancing more than 15 seconds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to go up into one leg, and then I'm going to give a countdown from 3, 2, and 1, and then you're going to shut your eyes. Okay?
I'm going to go on record to say I might be quite good at this.
Why would you do that?
Because I brush my teeth with my eyes closed.
Oh, do you?
On one leg.
Genius.
So
that is, if you struggle with if you struggle with balance, then that is a huge thing to do, and that's a huge recommendation. Is actually doing it whenever you can, on one leg, eyes shut, for as long as you can, is going to see huge improvements.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay. So yeah. 3, 2, and 1.
Oh no! There you go. That's what happens.
Right, other side.
Dick. I do it. I do it. Pressure, eh?
Yeah. Right. 3. Lift your leg up. 3, 2, and 1.
Seconds just seems like so long.
Oh, he's down.
Shit!
11.
11.
4 was the first, and 11. So right side's decent.
Obviously, just don't brush my teeth.
Yeah. Against the wall. Sorry, breeze block. So I'm gonna put the alignment stick in. We're going to almost ski sit position, back up against the wall, and what we're trying to do, bring our all the way up. Okay. The reason we have the alignment stick is if the alignment stick falls, that's when we stop.
I should be good at this because this is how I take a shit.
You wipe it, right?
Yeah. Darling.
That's it. Awesome.
All this has been sanitized, by the way, before anyone knows.
Okay. So this is the reason why we need the 6 iron, not just for the setup position. So we're going to do your lower quarter rotation test, downswing, and rotate. So when it's backswing, you're allowed this foot to kind of pivot. When we're downswing, we don't. So this is looking for internal, external rotation in the hips. That's alright. So bring your right foot up onto your toes, and then hands on your hips, and then we're rotating the hips. So I want you standing more kind of facing that way. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
That way?
yeah, that's good. And then to your right hand side, so your backswing side. Good.
It's
so
just the hips. Should I keep my
just the
top
hips,
half
so I
of
want you
it?
to try to keep the upper body still. Good. Okay, so we've still got a bit of switching feet.
And still facing.
Yeah. Your left side was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah. So then I'm turning. Try to
Yeah. So
stay
you can
on
let this foot pivot. So you can from here. Does that make sense? Yeah. Good. Awesome. And then other way. Good. Okay. So the reason why we use 6 iron is the angle of the club just helps us to be able to see. So basically what we're looking for is more than 60 degrees. Can we get more than 60 degrees in our
I
rotation?
don't think I did. Didn't feel like it.
You did on your downswing left side, because you allow your right side, sorry, because you allow the leg to pivot. So what we're going to do here is we're not going to put any sort of major pressure on, but then we're just going to rotate that way and then this way.
Okay.
That's it. Good. Awesome. And then other way. Good. That's it. So we're checking glute strength here. So what we're going to do is cross our arms, no, not cross our arms, we'll have our hands up in front of us, and then up, and then hold. Okay?
Okay. Hands up.
Hands up, yeah. Keep holding that. And down we go. Awesome. And other side. Good. And down we go. Awesome. So both really good there. Really good. So we're gonna look to our left, bring our chin down to our side, look to our right, and bring the chin down to the side. Sweet. Good. Awesome. There we go. Green. Okay, next one is forearm. So out in front of us, and just rotating and back over.
If people can't do that, there's a concern.
So, yes, you'd say that. So there was a guy, we got told this when I did my TPI course, and there was a guy, and they got people to do that, and the guy's like, this is never usually a problem for people can kind of do this. And then one guy just went,
Can't do it.
can't do it. And because he broke his, broke his forearm. Right, next one.
Andy told me the other day that apparently on tour, the only guy to pass everything, like green across the board, is Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson, and then there's a few college players coming through. It might have changed now, but that was when I did my course back in 2019 in November.
Everybody, so everybody says that Dustin Johnson, they're all you ever hear is like he's a sick athlete, athlete. So kind of explains why, like, if he can do all this with absolutely no bother.
Yeah. And at that time, the guy Dave Phillips, who runs the course, was like, the only thing he can't do is putt, and then he sorted out his putting, and then look what happened.
Yeah.
So, right, so what we're going to do here is just coming down and then back up. Awesome. Don't even need to clock for that. Other side. Good. Down. And then up.
Okay, that's better than a motorbike.
Yeah. Awesome. Easy. Okay, so that is us. Done. So results here. So the setup posture, S-bend, toe touch, as we know. Single leg balance is red just because of the. I reckon if we got you to do it again and without the pressure,
it'd be fine now. Yeah,
it'd be fine.
Like
the lower quarter rotation was backswing was slightly limited, and then downswing on your left side was slightly.
Was that the one with the 6 iron on the side?
Yeah. So that was that one. Your pelvic tilt, as you said in the thing, shake and bake. That's got a lot better, but that can get better through a lot of core stability work, things like corrective exercises like cat cow, dead bugs, all that kind of stuff, and just getting you to learn how to control the pelvis, which would be a huge thing. Torso rotation, so that all that was from here. As you rotated, and I sometimes do this, as you get to the point of no return, the hips just go. So that's going to be two things. It's either going to be cognitive, and it's just a case of we just
being aware of it,
just being aware of it and sort it out, or it's just going to learn how to create that separation, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
So it's learning. Okay, so in this case, can we move the torso and keep the hips still? Which, from your training history, I wouldn't say
should be okay. We'll see. I thought that about brushing my teeth.
Yeah. So 1990, the shoulder one. So just never got really beyond. You're on your right side. I think it was equal to your spine angle.
Yeah.
And
you know what? Like, I actually do this as part of my wall.
Yeah.
In the gym in the mornings, I'll do that and then go up, but I'll do it on a wall.
But again,
it feels okay. But then for some reason this morning, just sometimes I guess you'll feel a bit
it could be tightness in torso, for example. So it could just be that, which is then just causing limitation for the shoulder joint to move properly, the shoulder girdle. And then the lat test, just at the very end, as we did this, it was good, and then we got to here in the back, just kind of.
I felt a little bit.
Came away just at the very end.
Yeah.
So it gives you a fitness handicap 25.
Really? I'm off 25.
As you saw, so this is your body swing connection in game. I'm sure we put this up. So, what are your two massive problems?
So my massive problem is early extend.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a video on this as well, explaining what that is and stuff. Yeah. Well, not what that is because I'm not a pro, but why I do it. Basically, when I try and hit the golf ball, I try and hit it really, really hard, and I jump up with my hips to get lots of power, and that'll produce two things. I'll either leave the club out and I'll block it miles right, or I'll snap my hands over and it'll be a hook.
Yeah.
If you do that at 115 miles an hour with driver, you have a two-way miss. It's not ideal. So that's
not
my
ideal.
fault.
Yeah. So again with that is if he's in his backswing, his bum will go back, and then what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep
it on the wall. Basically,
keep it on the wall and keep your sort of weight back. And a lot of people have this problem. So when you get your body swing connection and it tells you your swing characteristics, it's not necessarily a case of this is going to happen. You might already have really good cognitive function, understand how the golf swing works. It could just be that other parts of the body are compensating and doing it for you, which then could lead to injury or lack of efficiency. So you might hit the ball quite far, but then if you actually start using the right parts of the body, you could hit the ball further.
Yeah. Or more consistently.
More consistently and get more control. Exactly. The main ones I think to watch out for: S posture. S posture could be. I don't think there's many players on tour with S posture.
Sergio Garcia is the only one I can recall. He might have fixed it, but he had a little bit.
Quite a few have C posture, which is around here. So Tommy Fleetwood is massive on that. But again, as long as you can create that movement, there's not a huge issue.
He's done all right.
But the S posture, just what it does is it really can inhibit rotation of the hips.
Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to get any information on Andy, there's going to be shitloads of links below. You can also hit him up on his YouTube channel where you can get a bunch of these corrective exercises for free. Everything's free. And I'll put his social media and stuff there. But thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.